Welcome, I'm the Black Cuber and this is my channel. And on my channel I make a bunch of tutorials and videos on things and concepts that maybe not a lot of people understand or grasp, such as blind. It took me a while to fully understand blind solving, and it did for a lot of people, and not many of them understand how it works and how it functions. So I'm just going to be going on an in-depth review on what to do and how to blind solve, I guess. Let's go with that. So, my how to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded tutorial is going to be split up into 4 parts. Part 1, which is this part, is going to be the overview on what is blind solving, what methods are there, what to do, the basic needs of blind solving. And then part 2 is going to be the algorithm set, the execution tutorials, what to do, how to execute, basically how to cycle certain pieces on the cube, basically your execution for blind solving. Part 3 is going to be cycle breaks, parity, and twisted corners and twisted edges. I'll be teaching y'all that, and then part 4 is just going to be a bunch of example solves that you guys can do with me, just in case y'all so y'all can understand and get it for yourself. So let's get on to the tutorial. So the one thing that I'm just gonna go over a few things that people believe about blind solving that's completely untrue. For one, you don't need a really good memory or a photographic memory to solve Rubik's Cube blindfolded. You just need an average memory to memorize about 2 phone numbers worth of letters, and it's not that difficult. Which I'm teaching you guys how to do that, and you don't have to track every single piece on the cube. It may seem intimidating when scrambled. You're like, oh crap. But no, it's completely easy, and once you get the hang of it, you try it a few times, it's pretty fun. And it's impressive to non-cubers. So, the way we're gonna do this is you're gonna have a buffer piece, and your buffer piece is the piece that you're gonna swap with your helper piece. Let's call this your helper piece. This is the piece you want to get every single sticker into, because the method I'm going to be teaching you is called old Pachman.
Which is old Pachman / old Pachman. If you ever hear those phrases with let's say M2 OP, with a slash in between, the first one is edges, the second one is corners. So let me just give you a quick example. So if you see this, whatever method they put in the description, their method, and it says M2 or something like that, then the first one is edges, the second one is always corners. 99.9% of the time that's true. It's the first one, so this would be edges, this is your corners. Just clarify it the other way.
So we're going to be using old Pachman, which is a method for both corners and edges. It's the easiest and simplest method to grasp, and it's just the easiest. There's no other really way to say it. It's like the beginner's method of CFOP. So, anyways, your buffer piece and your helper. This is the buffer piece that you're gonna swap with, and this is your helper piece. So I'm gonna teach you guys an algorithm in the next video that's gonna swap this one and this one simultaneously, and that's the piece you're gonna be setting up to. So the way blind solving works is let's go with A, B prime, A prime, which is A is your setup move, B is your interchange, and then B is your A prime is you undo the setup move. So I'll be teaching you guys that tomorrow in the next video. So A prime, B, A prime. Remember that. A, your setup move, B, your interchange, and then A prime, your undo your setup move. Now your setup moves is what you set up to that specific piece. So this piece, this sticker right here, is what you want to set every single piece on the cube to. So let's say if the piece you had to swap to was right here, it would have to go right here like that, and now it's in that position. Easy, right? I'll be going elaborating that in a lot more detail on the next video. But anyways, so the way now you're probably wondering, how do I memorize everything on the cube? Do I just know, okay, this piece needs to go here, and then here, and then here, and here, and here, and here? Then no, that's not how it works. What you do is you're going to use something called the SPEFS lettering scheme, and it teaches you where you give a letter to each sticker of the cube. I'm going to be teaching you guys that now. But before we get that, I want you guys to choose an orientation. And now what I mean by choose an orientation is choose a orientation that you're comfortable with and you're gonna stick with. And what I mean by that is like pick a color, like 2 separate colors that you're most comfortable with that you won't change. And by that I mean like my orientation is white top and green front, and it's the WCA scrambling regulation, I believe. But you don't have to use this orientation. I just like it because I like white and I like green, and it's just nice. Graham Sings, which is a good blind solver, he uses yellow top, orange front, which spells yo. Some people use it just because of that. Patrick Ponce, I believe, uses green top, red front, which is super weird.
And then a lot of blind solvers, you know, Arthur's, Josh Weimer, and a lot of other people, they use blue top, red front, or red top, blue front, I think. Sorry, blue top, red front. They use blue top, red front a lot. That's the one that they use. I don't know why, I don't like it. Or I've actually seen someone use white top, blue front before in a solve. So you don't have to specifically use this orientation. It's the one
I choose. So pick an orientation that you're most comfortable with, and you will not change it. And you're probably like, well, if I'm color neutral, I can pick any orientation I want, depending on how easy the solve is. Theoretically, you could, but it would be harder to recognize whichever piece goes, and you have a much better chance of DNFing the cube because of that. So best things best. Even if the solve on a different side is much easier, just stick with your regular orientation because you will get a better chance of succeeding the solve. Now we got that out of the way, let's just go on to the Speft's lettering scheme. So the way we are going to do this is we give a letter to each piece of the cube, right? So this sticker is A, this sticker is B, this is C, and this is D. And then you do that to every face of the cube. So this is A, B, C, and D. And then so we immediately turn to this side next. So this is E, F, G, and H, I, J, K, and L, M, N, O, and P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, and X. And that's going to be your letters, I guess. The good way to remember the lettering scheme is you can either just count it, like let's say I have to go to, hold on, let me just give you an example. So let's say this example here, this piece, which is our buffer, obviously, needs to go to this sticker, but I don't know what this letter is called. So this is going to be, we just count, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. T, so I know that's my sticker, T. So I can just set that up, do the interchange, and then undo. I'll go elaborate the setup moves, interchanges, algorithms in the next tutorial. Or you can just here's what I did for my 5x5 because I'm practicing 5x5 blindfolded. So I just kind of stuck some letters onto certain pieces of the cube so I know where they go. Do that any 3x3 you choose. You can just write a letter. Fun fact, this is actually what I did in the very beginning whenever I was a beginner blind solver. I just kind of just wrote the letters down myself on a spare cube that I wasn't using, and I just taped them down there, and I just had it to the side so I could kind of like remember where all the letters go. And eventually I kind of just like stopped that and then just got used to the lettering scheme, and now I can know like where every piece is at. Another fun way you can know your stickering scheme is you can kind of just like take out the piece. You can kind of just take out the piece and then just like throw it in the air or just drop it or whatever, and then pick it up at a random orientation. And then the top color, you have to pick what letter that is. So since I know my orientation so well, this sticker is P because it goes like this. This is P and this is J because I just know my orientation so well. So anyways, yeah. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, and X. And now for corners. Corners is actually easier than edges to do in blind solving. At least that's what I heard. Edges was actually easier for me to learn than corners was. And corners, they didn't really specifically elaborate from what I was told or from what I saw. So I'm just going to be telling you guys like what's up. So this sticker right here, this is your buffer. This is this A, so screw that. This lettering scheme goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and L, MNOPQRSTUVWX. Now again, that may seem kind of confusing and hard to get used to at first, but I suggest getting a spare cube and just taping all the letters on them. That's what I did. And so this piece right here, E, is your buffer, and V is your helper. That's the piece you're going to be setting up to. And so every piece you have, you're going to be
setting up to. So let's say your sticker you have to go to is U. Hold on. Let's say the sticker you have to go to is U, right? So I look at my buffer. Buffer says, I need to go to, because this is orange and green. I know this is orange and green. So I'm like, the sticker needs to go to yellow, to U. U needs to go right here. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll just set up to that. That's U. And that means you interchange, and then you undo. So I'll go elaborate on that in the next segment.
So anyways, that's the overview of everything. Remember A, B, A prime, which is your setup move, interchange, and then undo. And then try to get used to the lettering scheme or you can use whatever scheme you want technically, whatever fits you. I think Mascal, which is probably I'm gonna say he's the world's greatest blind solver. He uses like symbols and numbers and stuff like that to understand the cube, to solve and stuff. So make sure you come back to the next segment, part 2, which is going to be on execution and how to execute everything, the algorithms you're going to need and stuff like that. And then, so yeah, part 3, I told you in the beginning. So yeah, blind solving is not difficult, and I'm going to make it not difficult. If you already have any questions, please put in the comments below, or you can go to my Instagram at @theblackcuber. I'm most likely to answer a DM than I am with a comment down below. So I'm just saying. But if you have any questions, please tell me so I can put it in my next segment. So I know like beforehand that I need to talk about this topic and this topic. If you have any questions, I'll be going in depth with everything to blind solving and then other topics. So yeah, hope you have a good day. I'm the Black Cuber. Peace.